And we're back. So now we're going to have Lesley Klein with us, and she's going to be talking to you. Oh my God. Let's see. And she's going to stay around for the Q&A, so she's going to answer all the questions that come from her presentation. Oh my God. Let me see. Open.
Thank you, Nirka, for this opportunity to be part of your Business and Art Infusion Summit. I'm so excited to be here today to share with you some ideas about the world of energy and vibration and how raising your vibration can actually help you tap into your creative flow. I'm Lesley Klein, the host of Good Vibes TV, as seen on the Legrity Network. My streaming TV talk show focuses on ways you can raise your vibe so you can thrive. Many see art as a result of the creative flow from a universal source through the artist. Raising your vibration, your energetic frequency, is one way to better tap into that creative flow, which can be used to create whatever art you are creating, whether it be a painting, a business, a meal, anything in your life, even your whole life. Julia Cameron, she's the author of The Artist's Way, says creativity is the natural order of life. Life is pure energy, pure creative energy. So we all have access to this creative life force energy in creating our lives, in creating anything in our lives. So realize first here that you are the artist, whether you claim to be one or not. You are the creator of your life, and raising your vibration is one way to tap into this power, this life force power. So in today's presentation, you will see how to create your life with your energy. You will learn what your energy system looks like. You will learn how the law of attraction actually works. And you will learn 9 ways to raise your vibe. So what qualifies me to talk to you about this? Well, I've been an entrepreneur for over 27 years. One of the businesses I created and operated was an award-winning bookstore in a metaphysical bookstore in Florida called Oak Trail Books. I also owned and operated a New Age cafe for 9 years. So I was for 21 years immersed in the world of crystal vibrations and energy. Over the years, I had my own personal spiritual journey, which led me to become a Reiki master, an aromatherapist, and a meditator. And using these natural means, I learned how to raise my vibration and how to maintain wellness, as well as creating the life of my dreams. I live part-time in a forest on a mountain in North Carolina and part-time in Florida with my husband, Rick, of 27 years, and my 2 rescued fur babies called Murph and Penny. We travel the country in our motorhome, all while producing Good Vibes TV and building the Legrity Network. So how did I get here? By applying what I learned about how energy works. We must change our energy to change our lives. That's a quote from Panache Desai. One of the best-selling books that kicked off the whole law of attraction movement in 2006 was The Secret by Rhonda Burns. She describes a different way to look at the world in terms of the energy that we project or attract. So what is the law of attraction? Well, the law of attraction is the universal principle that says like things attract like things, or like energy attracts like vibrating things. So, for example, focusing your mental energy on love will bring love to you. However, focusing on a lack of love will only bring less love into your life. It's a subtle difference, but it's there. Our energy field, also known as our bioenergetic field, reaches out about 8 feet from our center and consists of our physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual bodies. Quantum physicists are now able to measure energy in our bioenergetic field. Thought forms are in our energetic field. However, this knowledge of the body's energy field has been around for centuries. In the discipline of yoga, the body's energy centers are called chakras, which is a Sanskrit word for wheels of light. The blending of all of the energy from these chakras creates what's commonly known as our aura or energy field. Did you know that energy from our heart reaches out farther than our brain? 8 feet from the heart and only 3 feet from the brain. In fact, they have found that the heart puts out 60 times the amperage than the brain does. Did you know that negative emotions can create nervous system chaos, but positive emotions actually do the opposite? Positive emotions can also increase the brain's ability to make good decisions. You can also boost your immune system by focusing on positive emotions. And positive emotions create physiological benefits in your body, all related to that flight, fight, freeze response I spoke of earlier. Since 1991, the HeartMath Institute has been studying heart-brain communications and its relationship to managing stress, increasing coherence, and connection to self and others. So go to heartmath.org to learn more and get access to many free resources. They do world meditations, they monitor the frequencies and see how things change just based on people meditating together. Albert Einstein says everything in life is vibration. So everything has a vibration and everything vibrates at a frequency, even our emotions. Emotion equals energy in motion. Energy vibrates at a certain frequency. Certain emotions and thought patterns, such as joy, peace, and acceptance, create high frequency vibrations, while other feelings and mindsets, such as anger, despair, and fear, vibrate at a much lower rate. The good news is that we are in control and we can raise or lower our vibration. It's up to us. In his book, The Map of Kings, Dr. David R. Hawkins describes the range of these emotional vibrations. He charted the vibrations of emotions from shame at 20 and guilt at 30 to love at 500, gratitude at 510, and peace at 600, with enlightenment ranging from 700 to 1,000 on his map of consciousness scale. Dr. Hawkins states that the majority of society operates below 200 on this scale, ping-ponging somewhere between shame at 20, fear at 100, hate at 150, and pride at 175. In fact, music from the Beatles vibrates at 520, which is the vibration of love, while racial supremacy groups vibrate at 150, which is the frequency of anger and hate. And mainstream news media vibrates at 100, the frequency of fear. In fact, 85% of the human population falls below 200, bouncing between the vibrations of shame and pride. So if you feel like you got up on the wrong side of the bed, stop the chain of negative thoughts in your head by focusing on what you want in the situation. The law of attraction says that like attracts like. So to attract abundance, you need to be feeling abundant, in a state or frequency of abundance, not in a state of lack or scarcity. Have you ever had a bad day that kept getting worse? The more you reacted negatively to that first emotion, the more things blew up into a string of unfortunate events. Does that sound like that's happened to you? Well, that's the law of attraction, but not working for you. First, we've got to be aware of what we're thinking. Be aware, be mindful. Then, after a couple of deep breaths, and I recommend counting 5 slow beats in and out, even breaths in and out, you shut down the flight, fight, freeze response that was triggered by the first unwanted occurrence. Once you're out of that panicked mode, you can be even more aware of your reaction or reactionary thought and stop the domino effect. Now, laugh at the occurrence. Find something funny about it. Affirm the opposite of the occurrence. Shift your state, your vibration, and you gain control again. You are the captain of your ship, so take the helm. Only you can do this. Abraham Hicks talks about the 22-step scale of emotions on the emotional guidance scale. This scale has fear, grief, depression, despair, powerlessness on the bottom at number 22, and boredom at number 8, and contentment number 7 in the middle, with joy, appreciation, empowerment, freedom, and love at the top of the scale, number 1. She states that when you're new at this, incrementally move up the ladder. So find where you are on the scale and focus on the next feeling up the scale till you are ping-ponging in the feel-good range. Focus on raising your emotional vibration and staying in the feel-good range. That number between 1 and 7, not in the feeling bad emotional range, which is between 8 and 22. So as you go through your day, check in with yourself and ask, how am I feeling? Once you notice where you are vibrating, if it's not in the feel-good zone, see what's next on the next feeling on the scale, on this ladder, and get there. As you think, you vibrate. And as you vibrate, you attract. This is a quote from Abraham Hicks that I love because it says it all right there. So you want to be aware of your thoughts. Being mindful is the first step. The second step is to actually do something to raise your vibration. And the good news is that there are hundreds of ways to do this. And that's what my show, Good Vibes TV, is all about. Learning about and reminding and encouraging you to raise your vibe so you can thrive. Here are 9 simple ways to raise your frequency. The first one, we've mentioned it before, is breathe. Long, deep breaths physiologically reduces the stress response. The flight, fight, freeze response I mentioned earlier. This is something that you always have with you. Right under your nose is your breath. So when you first start stressing out about something, stop and take deep breaths. And I recommend 10 deep breaths, in and out breaths, at a minimum count of 5 beats in and 5 beats out. And just doing that and focusing on your breath will help you get out of that flight fight state. Number 2, move. Go for a walk, dance, stretch, do 20 minutes of yoga, go for a bike ride. Just changing your physical state changes your inner state. So it's just do it. Next one is smile. Smile, forcing a smile, even if you don't mean it, changes the biochemistry of your body. So even if you don't feel like smiling, smile. Laughter is another version of the smile hack. Watch a funny movie. Ask Alexa to tell you a funny joke. All of this will raise your vibration almost instantly. Number 4, JSJ, or Jin Shin Jitsu. It's an ancient Japanese technique used to harmonize and balance the body. And the way it works is that you hold each of your fingers for 3 to 5 minutes. And this way, you balance each system. Each finger correlates to different emotions. Worry is with the thumb, fear is the index finger, anger, the middle finger, sadness is the ring finger, and nervousness is the pinky. And this is how you hold them, and you want to alternate from one to another. You just hold each finger for 3 to 5 minutes, and you'll be amazed. You'll be amazed at how your energy changes. And also the palm is the happiness area. So go to my first episode with Bridget Riggs and you can learn more about JSJ. Next, number 5, hug someone for 20 seconds. It's been shown to increase oxytocin, which is a love hormone, and serotonin, which is a natural antidepressant. A 20-second hug makes us happy and reduces the levels of cortisol, which is the stress hormone in our body. It also lowers blood pressure and helps boost the immune system, fight fatigue. And the great thing about a hug is that you cannot give one without getting one. Earthing is the process of absorbing the Earth's free-flowing electrons from its surface through the soles of the feet. Another form of this is to hug a tree or sit on the ground. A great movie about earthing can be found at www.earthingmovie.com. When humans first started using rubber soles, we actually disconnected ourselves from this healing connection with the earth. So earthing and grounding, so important, especially because we are with these computers all the time. Number 7, say and or write affirmations or affirmations, which is the question form of an affirmation. Since the subconscious mind loves to answer questions, this is a backdoor way to get our human computer to work towards our goals. As far as affirmations are concerned, Louise Hay is a great resource for the specifics about using affirmations. And when you add physical movement to the saying of an affirmation, you actually have what Tony Robbins calls an incantation. Number 8, keep a daily gratitude journal. Write down 10 things a day that you are grateful for. And you want to use this phrase that says, I am so happy and grateful now that, then fill in the blank. After you write these 10 things, you go back to your list and feel the feelings of gratitude with each one. Spend a couple minutes with each one, feeling that feeling of gratitude. That's bringing your vibration up. Now, I'll challenge you, try this for 30 days and see if that just doesn't completely change your life. It totally does for me. And number 9, watch positive TV. Don't let the news get you down. Watch programs like Good Vibes TV, networks like Legrity, where we have programs that positively impact lives and communities. What you feed your brain, your subconscious mind, is so important. The big takeaway here is that to be aware of what you're programming your subconscious and conscious minds. Does it make you feel good or does it make you feel bad? And you can watch Good Vibes TV on Legrity for inspirational ways and reminders to raise your vibe and thrive. Legrity can be found online at legrity.tv, or you can download the app, just Legrity, on Google Play, Apple, Roku, and even Amazon Fire. So you can watch it on your mobile phone, your devices, and if you have a smart TV, you can download Legrity there as well. And if you think you would be a good fit to be a guest on Good Vibes TV, please reach out to me at leslieklein.com. If you are a content creator looking for a streaming TV platform, please consider Legrity TV. You can go to a free information session at our website, legritymedia.com. And I have a free gift for you for spending your time with me today. If you go to leslieklein.com, download 11 Ways to Raise Your Vibe. And it's a PDF covering the 9 techniques we went over today, plus 2 more that will help you shift your energy quickly. I also include the charts that I included in our in our presentation. So this concludes my presentation. Thank you so much for spending your time with me. I hope you learned something, and I will talk to you in the Q&A. Back to you, Nirka.
Again,
Can you hear me?
I can hear you now. This
Okay,
always
good.
happens,
I know. It's technology.
but no. I
So what
want.
do you think? Did you learn something?
I think it was amazing. Thank you for raising the vibe. It was a good vibe. And I love how you tied up to all the comments, even from to Abraham Lincoln and Einstein, all the scientific, the scientists that we all know and we love, and how it makes sense in our life. All the charts really help, like connect the dots. I didn't know about the Japanese hand. I don't know what it means.
Yeah, JSJ.
So
Yeah, it's
yeah,
it's like a form of acupressure, but you can do it to yourself. So I know Sherry was talking all about self-love. They're saying that self-care is the new health-care. Finding natural ways to get your body in homeostasis and balance. And you know, I guess I'm all about us looking at life through the eyes of energy, seeing things as energy and vibration and frequency. We're in this new age of Aquarius, coming out of age of Pisces that we've been in for 2,000 years, and I'm talking astrology right now, into this age of Aquarius, which is all about collaboration, humanitarianism, the internet, communication, collaborations, community. Those are all aspects of the Aquarian age. So, I think that we're learning more and more about it, and my goal is to help kind of give people the language and to help them to look through those eyes of energy, looking at things, kind of the idea of quantum physics and quantum entanglement and all that kind of stuff.
and that's something that's amazing, because I think that's what we need right now. So having gone into that transition and astrology point of view, it tells like the universe is listening, right?
Mhm.
It's listening to what we need and building that collaboration, that community, and raising the vibe.
Well, the other thing about raising your vibe is, to be creative, to tap into the creativity within, you really have to. Um, you can't be angry and like be. Well, I guess you could be angry and creative, but it doesn't help with the creative flow. So you want to be in those higher levels of love and joy and bliss, and create from that space. I think that way you're more open and able to pull in the energies from the universe, and be have that energy to create things and magnetize things to you in your life.
Yeah, I agree. I think everything is an energy. If our feelings are energy, or the way that we do is energy, and it's how we transform that energy into something creative and positive. It
Hmm.
makes all the difference.
Yes.
So I wanted to tell you that we had some comments while you were talking. Some of them, and I cannot see everybody's name because they had to authorize a stranger in order to see the names. But it says, "No wonder I love to cook and paint. Never thought about so much in terms of energy."
Mhm.
And another user say 100% and the creator. They love the book that you mentioned, and that everything in life is vibration. They agree with you.
Mhm.
Um, they mentioned the bat noble, and that breathing is important. So
Mhm.
own it and be the boss of it. So I love everything that you teach, from Abraham to Einstein to all the points. I, I think my favorite was the definitely Einstein. You know, I'm a fan.
Yeah, and Tesla has a good one too. He says about that everything, if you want to know about the secrets of the universe, you have to think in terms of energy and vibration. I didn't have that one in the presentation, but that's a popular quote from Tesla. Nikola Tesla, not the car, but the one who created free energy. I
Yeah, I
think
know.
DC current as opposed to AC, whatever the opposite of Edison, that Edison did. So,
Oh,
anywho,
I love it. So, how can they know more about you? That they have all these questions. So, and everybody that's watching now, please say live, and everybody that's will watch later, remember to put hashtag replay. Um,
go ahead.
what is where can they can reach you and learn more about how to raise the vibe? I know you have your TV show. They can also
Mhm.
turn into that and legacy uh, .com, that TV. And but where else can they reach you?
The main, I made it easy. Just go to lesleyklein.com, and that's LesleyKlein.com. I have a link tree there, and that's where you have the free offer with the free PDF with the 11 ways to raise your vibe, and also other ways to watch the show. Um, I also have a product called a Healy, which uses frequencies to raise your vibration, to harmonize your body. But that's the easiest way. LesleyKlein.com. I have everything there. It has the other ways of contacting me through, email or Facebook message or however, whatever people like to do. All my socials are there too.
Okay, and I wanted to comment that we got a couple more comments,
Okay.
and one of them say that must be why I love hugging,
Ah,
and another one say I choose joy journal from Daniel Delgado.
joy journal. Oh, okay. I'm not familiar with that book. I think I have seen it, but very nice. Yeah, because we were talking about, or I was talking about the gratitude journaling.
Okay.
Every day writing what you're grateful for. Yeah, journaling is excellent. It's really like therapy, you know, cheap therapy. Instead of having to go to a therapist, just write it down. The automatic writing thing is a great way to get kind of download all the thoughts and all the stuff that we have in our head. So another way to kind of tap into the creative power.
Yes, I think we need to remind ourselves of what we should be grateful in our life. Sometimes we discount it. So writing it down and remembering every day and say thank you um, to those that are in
Yeah,
our life and make it better is always good.
yeah.
I also, uh-huh.
I was just saying, gratitude is just one of the highest vibrations. So if you ever start feeling bad, and the gratitude journal is great because then if you're having a bad day, just flip it open and start reading. And then you'll like, oh yeah. And yeah, you just remember because we're just creatures that we kind of forget, we take things for granted. So it's important to have those little things to kind of keep us in that higher state of creation, let's say.
Okay. And you didn't hear before somebody saying something that I agree 100%. He said, "You're amazing, Lesley Klein, and we
Oh,
love you with our whole heart."
aw. Thank you. And you guys are amazing too. We're all amazing. That's
All
why we're
right.
together. We're attracting each other. All this amazement together.
Okay. So thank you for being here. I really appreciated you showing your good vibe with everybody that's listening. It was very much needed. Um,
And and thank you. I really appreciate the opportunity, Nirka, for being part of the presentation, part of your summit. What an honor. Really appreciate it.
Thank you. Well, hope everybody's listening and they start raising the vibe and start creating. Okay. Bye.
Bye bye.